Nityananda everyone, welcome back to the session. Now we'll move into the next segment, which is glimpses of the glorious past on the 19th of April. We'll begin with the year 2002. On this day, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, answered the questions such as what is Ananda, how we have lost it, and how to be blissful, and more in this discourse conducted on the day 6 of Ananda Spurna program on 19th April 2002 in Bangalore. At just 24 years old, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism revealed the great truths of the life to an audience of people twice his age. The essence of his message, be blissful, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism educated the root cause for depression, guilt, anger, and violence. Anger and violence are also rooted into the guilt consciousness. If you want to stop your samsara chakra, drop your guilt consciousness. If you want to be blissful, drop your guilt consciousness. So here Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is giving us a powerful understanding, the powerful cognition on how to drop the anger and the violence that we all carry. He says that anger and the violence that we carry are rooted into the guilt consciousness, means carrying the guilt about ourselves. So only when we decide to drop the guilt consciousness, we can free ourselves from the samskara chakra. We can be blissful by dropping the guilt consciousness. Moving to the next year, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, along with some of his close devotees, visited the Grahas temple in the Salem. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, blessed devotees, received a home visit. The blessed devotee received a home visit by the Paramavatara of Paramashiva, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself. The devotees performed the Pada Puja and took Aarti to welcome Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and received his blessings. Then with the overflowing care and compassion, SPH walked out to the car of a sick devotee who could not walk and gave him a powerful healing. He once again had shown to everyone his endless compassion and commitment to each being who come to him with a trust and devotion. So let us have the glimpse of the visit of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to the devotee house.
சொம்ப பிடிப்பியா நீ கேக்குறேன் பெரிய மனுஷமா மருந்து போட்டு மாலை பண்றாங்க ட்ரைனிங் எத்தனை ட்ரைனிங்கும் கமலம் எல்லாம் கவிழ்ந்ததே ஆதாரம் ஏழு மறந்திட ஏழு மறந்திட மறந்திட இங்கு திருவருள் செய்ய அருளவே நித்ய சத்குரு நித்ய சத்குரு நித்ய சத்குரு நித்யனே நித்ய சத்குரு நித்ய சத்குரு நித்ய சத்குரு நித்யனே பயமது கண்டு பயந்தே சுவாதிஸ்தானம் அது மூடியே சுதந்திர உணர்வை சொன்னோம் காணாமல் நித்ய சத்குரு நித்ய சத்குரு நித்ய சத்குரு நித்யனே நித்ய சத்குரு நித்ய சத்குரு நித்ய
கங்கை போல் மணிப்பூரகத்தில் மையம் கொண்டத கமலம் எல்லாம் கவிழ்ந்ததே கற்பனை தன்னை கடந்த தேவனே சொற்பதம் கொண்ட சுந்தரா நித்தியமே நின்முகம் கண்டதும் கவலையெல்லாம் கணவனே.
Moving to the next year, the year of 2005, on this day, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism explained how the mental setup we carry affects our experiences of the present and future. Not only that, he even gave the direct technique to free ourselves from it. The idea of who we are is not same as who we truly are. Our identity is nothing but the word we carry as our mental setup, stemming from our past experiences. In the Sanskrit, this mental setup is called as samskara. The samskara determines whether we experience life as blissful or painful. Any word that comes into our mind gets the power and becomes experience. When a word or idea is not there, we do not suffer that. When we carry our past, we have a layer called the reactive mind, which prevents us from making logical decisions. Throughout that makes us feel uncomfortable and not allow our thinking to flow freely is called an energy cloud. In this video, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism explained how we can free.
I welcome you all with my love and respects. Fall in to rise. It's the today's topic. A small story in Buddha's life. Then we'll enter into the subject. A famous king of India, very popular guy, who is powerful. He wants to see Buddha. He goes to see Buddha with all his paraphernalia, means his ministers, his citizens, his representatives, everybody. With his whole paraphernalia, he goes to see the Buddha. And he carries two things: plate full of jewelries, the diamonds, and in one more plate full of flowers. Both he takes, he goes to see the Buddha. When he goes to see the Buddha, Buddha just looks at his gifts, presents of a diamond and flower. He says, drop. First the king was shocked. He dropped the flower plate. Then again Buddha said, drop. He dropped the diamonds also. When he stood up, again Buddha said, drop. Now, The king was not able to understand anything. First time, he thought he is asking me to drop the flower plate. He dropped. Second time, he thought he is asking me to drop the jewels, diamonds also. He dropped. Again, Buddha is telling, drop. King was puzzled. He was standing. He asked Buddha, what should I drop? Drop yourself. You will raise. Immediately next question. King asked how to drop. That is the usual next question. The moment you bring the idea how, you have made the whole thing complicated. You have complicated the whole thing. Let me explain. What do I mean by the word dropping and how we are complicating it? When I say the word drop, whatever you think as you, all your idea about you is based on your past experiences, your past decisions, or your past experiences, past understandings, only based on that. But always past is past, dead. That is why it is called past. Always it is past. With your updated present intelligence, if you review the past decisions, you will always create guilt in you. Same way, if you carry the past references into the present decisions, you will replicate or duplicate the same past mistakes in the future. Understand these two things. With the present intelligence, if you review the past incidences or decisions, you will create guilt in your being. With past decisions or experiences, if you take the present decision, based on the past experiences, if you do the present decisions, you will be replicating or duplicating the same past in the future also, maybe little updated way. You will not do the same mistake, little different, but you will be moving in the same level, the same layer, the same way, in the same plane. The past is after all dead. Whatever you think as you is just dead. When I say drop, just disconnect. You can disconnect. But we always bring one more sentence into our mind. No, I tried so many times, I am not able to. How can I do that? When you say I tried so many times, I am not able to, again you have brought the past in. That is also one more past. I tried, I am not able to, or I failed. It's the past experience. As long as you bring that, how can you say that you have dropped the past? No. That's one more past. When you bring again and again past to the life, to the present life, you live in the same mental setup. In Sanskrit we call samskara. Samskara means the mental setup. How you think, how you move, how you live. That mental setup is what we call samskara. You create a particular samskara, a mental setup, and again you live only based on that. At some time you would have tried something which is impossible, and naturally you would have failed. And those failures will be recorded in you such a deep way, as a deep impression. Again and again you bring only your failures up to your mind. And you start thinking, no, I can't. I can't drop the past. It is too big job for me. I am not so courageous. You bring these words again and again into your consciousness. One important thing we forget. Any word which is brought again and again into your consciousness gets the power. It gets the power. Your consciousness gives power to everything. Anything comes in front of you receives power. Whether it is good or bad, simply it receives power. Any thought which appears into your being, just becoming energetic. Your consciousness is so powerful, so radiant. It gives energy. It gives power for everything. Bring any thought in front of your mind, in front of your consciousness, that will become alive. Like a projector in front of a projector. If you bring any slide, that slide will become reality. If you bring a slide of a temple, you will see the temple in reality. If you bring a slide of an actor, you will see that actor in reality. If you bring the slide of a church, you will see that church in reality. Any slide you bring in front of the projector light, that becomes reality. Any word which you bring in front of your consciousness, that becomes reality. Any word, especially in the dream state, you can realize this. Early morning, when you are almost out of sleep, but not out of bed, just you are lying. At that time, if you just remember or be aware of your dreams, you can see very clearly how the words coming into your mind are becoming vision or becoming reality. Just you will have a word, my friend is coming into my house, I am seeing him, and you will see the whole thing in dream. It will be word and experience. If you experience this early morning dream, you can understand what I say. The early morning, just lying on the couch, not completely taken over by the sleep, or not completely aware, almost off. At that time, if you see your dreams, you can see this. Just words appearing into your mind and becoming a vision or experience. Any word comes into your mind, gets the power, and it becomes experience. I have seen people giving birth to kids without any pain. Yeah. In Madhya Pradesh of India, central India, a group of tribal villages are living. I had a chance to live with them. I myself saw they give birth to kids without any pain. No pain, no assistance, no medicine, no attendant, nothing, no doctor. Just like that they give birth to kids and they take care of themselves. I was shocked. I asked them, how could this be possible? Don't you have pain? They asked me, pain? Why? Why should we have pain? The very idea of pain don't exist in their life. The very idea of pain is not there. When that word or idea is not there, you don't suffer that. We suffer only what we again and again recall, remember or repeat. Anything again and again repeated by you, recalled by you, becomes reality. That becomes solid truth, reality for your being. If you think, I tried to drop the past, I am not able to, these words again and again, when it is repeated inside your system, you decide you can't drop the past. You can't drop.
Moving to the next year, the year of 2006, on this day, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, directed and initiated Mahacharya of his order to deliver the Shiva Sutras at the Vancouver, Canada. Since the very first day of his mission, SPH has been empowering everyone who comes to be at his feet, and despite the relentless attacks that has been receiving all these years, that he has been receiving all these years, SPH has not stopped empowering everyone and giving healing and support to individuals and humanity at the large. In the pictures below, you can see an initiated Mahacharya of Nithyananda order is conducting the session at Vancouver, Canada. Moving to the next year, the year of 2007, on this day, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam visited the Sai Temple at Columbus, Ohio, USA, where he was received with all the honors and respect from the temple priests and administrators. Running parallel in Adi Kailasa, Bengaluru Adinam, the Adinavasis were performing their daily service to Paramashiva, this time by carefully shifting the deity of Lord Nataraja to the allotted place for the Prana Pratishtha to be conducted at the later time by Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So below in the two pictures, on the left side, you can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism visiting the Sai Temple in Ohio, USA. On the right side, the Adinavasis at the Adi Kailasa Bengaluru Adinam, shifting the Nataraja deity to the allotted place for the Prana Pratishtha. In the year of 2008, on this day, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, inaugurated the Kailasa Tiruvannamalai, Arunachala Sarvanyapeetham. Upon the arrival of the Paramavatara of Paramashiva, SPH Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, the celebrations started with the flag hosting and extended with the special Kalpatru darshan, where SPH blessed the literally crores of devotees who came to celebrate this most sweet and auspicious happening and to receive his blessings and the healing. Moving to the next year, the year of 2011, on this day, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, expounded on the 151st Sutra and 3rd chapter, 45th verse of the Patanjali Yoga Sutra. In these profound Akashic revelations and initiations from the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism explained basic sacred secret in this sutra and how to feel connected, conquer, go beyond the 5 elements. Elaborating on this sutra, SPH shared a story of these beautiful competitions between the Lord Subramanya and Lord Mahaganapati. And through this story, SPH explained that when we are around an incarnation, the only job in which we need to concentrate and aim is to realize the world and our world, and both should be in the tune. So let us watch this video to get more understanding. The video titled Mind Over Matters, Part 2 from Patanjali Yoga Sutra.
Let's enter into today's subject. As you all may be aware, I am continuing the yesterday's sutra. As I said yesterday, I will give you today some of the deeper understandings on this mind over matter. Stula Swarupa Sukshma Anvaya Artatvatva Samyamad Bhuta Jayaha. Basic sacred secret in the sutra is how to feel connected, feeling connection, falling in tune. 5 elements makes the world. Feeling connection with these elements, let me clearly describe. There is a very beautiful story in the Indian mythology. Once Ganesha and Subramanya, both of them have decided to have a challenge that who will quickly go around the world 3 times. Subramanya, as you all aware, has his own flight, peacock. He just sat on his peacock, started flying. Crossing the continents, crossing the oceans, hills, once, twice, thrice. He completed and came back. He saw this Ganesha, heavy guy. His vehicle is a rat. But this fellow claims he won the game by going around Shiva and Parvati 3 times. He says, I won the game. I went around Shiva and Parvati 3 times. With this rat, what else can be done? Yanayai eliyiluttu kondu pogum adisayam. Tamil I described, the rat is dragging the elephant. What will happen? That much is the capacity. But finally, Ganesha declares, I won the game. I went around the Shiva and Parvati 3 times. Subramanya asks, how can that be? Very beautifully Ganesha says, you went round your world, I went round my world. Understand, you went around your world, I went around my world. You went around your world, I went around my world. You need to catch this truth. The world, my world. This is the sacred secret. The world is binary, logical, arithmetic, scientific, universal. My world is emotional, based on faith, beliefs, experiences of individual perceptions, realization of individual identity's expression in its fullest form. My world is totally different from the world. When my world is completely in tune with the world, you are a Jivan Mukta. When there is no conflict between my world and the world, please understand, people who are always going around the world are caught in agitation, anger, stress, rajas. People who are completely caught in my world sometimes can miss the world. Here, Ganesha is successful Not just because he was centered on my world, he was centered on my world which was in tune with the world. He was completely experiencing my world, the Ganesha's my world and the world is one and the same. Ganesha's my world and the world has become a solid experience for Ganesha. Understand? Ganesha's my world and the world has become a solid experience for Ganesha. I'll give you a clear picture. How ordinarily people are caught between my world and the world and start preferring between these two, someone. When you start preferring the world, your whole life ends in depression. You are drained in my world. When you start preferring my world, sometime you can lose your balance and get into some fantasies and whims and fancies. My world should expand and grow and completely should be in tune with the world. Ganesha. Is my world. And the world. Both are in tune because Mahadeva, Shiva and Devi. Please understand, Shiva and Devi are really the world and Ganesha also experienced Shiva and Devi as my world. Please understand, they were really cosmos and he is also experienced them as cosmos. So the my world and the world has fallen in tune as the experience of Ganesha. So he going around Shiva and Devi is literally going around the world. Even though he said he went around my world, in his case the my world is the world. Usually human beings who give preference only for the world become extraordinary materialists but end up in spiritual poverty. Spiritual poverty, depression, utter depression. Same way, people who prefer only my world sometimes end up in hallucinations without falling in tune with the world. Understand, the world can't be rejected as you think. Misunderstandings about the world should be rejected. For example, fire is the world. Your fears and misunderstandings about fire should be rejected, not fire itself. You can't reject it. Its existence cannot be denied. Maya is the ideas which are not in tune with the world, but you are carrying about the world are Maya. Maya is illusory ideas you carry about the world, not the world itself. When you carry the right idea, when you understand the right ideas about the world, you will realize the world is made of the same stuff in which my world is made. Understand? I am giving a new twist. First statement I am making. The fire, earth, water, air, space itself cannot be denied. Your wrong concept about it is Maya. But when your wrong concept...
With this, we will move to the next year. I request all the viewers to watch the complete video on the nithyanandapedia.org. You can go to 19th April 2011 and watch this video. Moving to the next year, the year of 2012, on this day, the presidential address, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, replied to devotees' questions. The first question concerned why we do not have the ecstatic experience when we desire to. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism responds to that question that when our wish is strong, if the mind has doubts, the experience may not occur. Second, a devotee asks if keeping silence is the best way to expand our inner space. SPH says that the verbal silence is a beginning, but the goal is a complete conscious silence. At that point, explanations can unfold. A non-Indian devotee asks why there is a custom of touching the Guru's feet. SPH answered that Guru Puja is the oldest ritual of the Vedic tradition. It springs from overflowing gratitude and respect. The fourth question wanted to know whether will is part of our mind or our being. The reply is that it is neither. It is a bridge hanging between the two. The final question is from the youngster longing to present his parents to Swamiji. SPH comments that it is ironic that in older days, parents brought their children to the Guru. Now the children are trying to bring the parents to the Guru. Moving to the next year, the year of 2014, on this day, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, expanded on experiencing Advaita. He explained how the first mistake we make is visualizing ourselves with a small boundary. He went on to explain how the alternative identity is not a transformed identity and urged us to track the source of inauthenticities in us and complete with them. The year of 2015, on this day, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism continued on Living Advaita series of addresses and initiations from the Upanishads. This day's Akashic revelation was a profound delivery of Isha Upanishad verse 9, where SPH continued intercepting the deeper meaning of worshipping ignorance. Avidyam upasate, which is having I do not care attitude towards ignorance or having something else as our top priority. He insists that in every situation of life, let our first response team be seeking, which is throwing tantrum with the cosmos to get us out of the delusion. The cosmic mother frees us from the Maya delusion. When we question the very root of everything, like why pain, why pleasure, why is it in the first place, and why me and not why me. But when we lose the seeking, we lose the capacity to reinvent ourselves and become frozen, living dead. With the upcoming inner awakening, Shivoham process at Varanasi, he is raising people to ultimate seeking, reinvent themselves and get the response from the cosmos and experiencing living enlightenment. Moving to the year of 2016, on this day, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, presided over the Living Shuddhadvaitam Convention in the Ujjain Adinam as part of most auspicious and holiest event of the Kumbh Mela. SPH began with the delivering a presidential address, Nithyananda Satsang, and went on with initiating all into the 40 powers of Paramashiva, as he had scheduled for the participants to receive during the convention. Kumbh Mela is the oldest festival that happens on the planet Earth and has been held for over 12,000 years. There are inscriptions and records to show that historically, more than 1,000 Kumbh Melas have taken place. It is the largest and non-permanent city in the world that comes to life every 4 years with tens of millions of people. So let us have a glimpse from the Kumbh Mela on this day, the year of 2016.
Kumbh chalo. We have started planning for you. You just plan for you to be dropped in Ujjaini. Just steal yourself and drop yourself in Ujjaini Kumbh camp. Don't miss Kumbh Mela. May faith.
Moving to the next year, the year of 2017, on this day, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism took all the next level of awakening from manifesting powers to manifesting cognitions. When the space of oneness with the Sadashiva permeates us in the moment, and that in that moment we express a Shakti, like reading whole blindfold, remote viewing, teleporting, or materializing small objects, manifesting power happens. When that space of oneness with Paramashiva through which we manifest powers becomes our own, our very day-to-day state, and the space from which we make all our decisions, manifesting cognitions happen. In order to manifest the space of Sadashiva, manifesting powers and the cognitions, you are invited to become an Adinavasi at Nithyananda Peetham, Bengaluru Adinam. Adinavasi is someone who lives as a full-time residential volunteer in the Nithyananda's own home, living the lifestyle of enlightenment, manifesting powers and cognitions, and enjoying the most spiritual, luxurious place on the planet. If you are seeing this now, you are being called, come. So we'll move to the next year. Year of 2018, on this day, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducted the 19th day of Paramashivoham program. At the Bengaluru Adinam, SPH expounded that he is bound by the ethics not to do even good to delegates without their conscious permission. Each delegate must give SPH the right, the authority to enter. He assigned delegates to pen down all their frustrations, anger, irritations, and boredom over their failures to manifest power, as this will create the conscious necessary for him to come inside and help. SPH asked to show a hand, so giving permission for him to work on their biomemory. Then he briefed the delegate on the process, on what to expect and how to respond to the Shakti initiations. Moving to the next year, the year of 2019, on this day, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expounded on the cosmic principles that Paramashiva is real during the everyday live public talk Nithyananda Satsang. In this talk entitled Paramashiva is real and he is available for you, SPH identified 4 aspects which he defined: Kailasa, 1, Yoga Padam, which is yoga, temples for revival of the Kriya Pada, Gurukuls, universities and Satsang center for the revival of Jnana Pada, Adinam's monastery for revival of the Charya Pada. SPH stated that to all the delegates that their conditions about their inner space, outer image, others' image of them and life image determine the manifestation in their life, and they should carry the cognition. Paramashiva is real and he is available now here for you. While chanting the Mahavakya, today was the auspicious Chitra Purnami day and the anniversary of Tiruvannamalai Adinam. On this day, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism also gave the initiation into the sannyas to the few of the participants.
Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. I guarantee you, I will reach you wherever you are. Be alive, somehow be alive for next 3 years. I will reach you wherever you are, whichever corner of the world you may be. I will reach you with enlightenment. It's my commitment to humanity.
I'm going to empower, enlighten each and every one of you with the fuel and energy of the parallel universe.
I'll infuse this intense supernal effulgence DNA, Tejas, Ojas, Kundalini Shakti into your spine to consciously lift you to.
Sorry for the technical glitch. With this, we come to the end of this segment on